Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a how to build for the brand new Eren. So I was really lucky and I was able to pull 3 copies of the old characters which I already had, so before 300, as well as pulling Levi, so I was able to get him. I only spent 300 on the banner. I did do 2 more, so in theory I spent 240, but then I spent 60 diamonds on an outfit for Levi, so it was worth it. So it's only cost me 300, I got both the characters, and it wasn't too bad. So first thing we're going to be doing is going over this Eren. So this Eren, we always go for substats first. Very good pierce, average resistance, good regenerate, very high crit chance, crit damage is average nowadays, decent crit resistance, good crit defense, average lifesteal, and average recovery rate. Onto his skills. So he has a debuff skill that decreases the enemy's defense-related stats, which is kind of good. It's okay. The only good thing is that it actually applies it. It applies the debuff before you attack, so once you do the attack, you already have the defense low, which is really helpful, especially for Eren, who really wants to be critting and dealing lots of damage on red characters. Onto his other attack, which has a new effect called Crush. Crush is 2 times damage and 2 times crit damage increased against debuffed enemies. So sort of like weak point, but if the enemies have debuffs, you do 2 times damage instead of 3 from weak point, but you also get 2 times crit damage, which is also kind of cool as well. The skill itself multiplier is actually very low. It's not as low as weak point at level 1, but this is a single target skill, so you do have to bear that in mind. But it's not too bad. It can deal decent damage. Then more onto his ultimate. So his ultimate is increase the hero's crit chance by 15% for 2 turns, and inflict spike damage equal to 300% to all enemies. Of course, it's 6/6. The crit chance is 100%, and it's the same spike, and it's actually got a very high multiplier for an AoE skill that has 100% crit chance, plus is already high crit chance. Let's say you can also give him Merlin Link as well, that's also an association, so it's another 19.2%, so you're looking at close to 150, plus the 250% crit chance. You're going to be critting most people. There are, of course, some people you are going to struggle to crit, which is probably a 6/6 tier that has Nanashi. But it's fine because Eren was actually built to vaporize tier. That's what his design was for. Or to be Purgatory Bond, because he was made in 2021. But anyway, onto his passive next, which is a very long passive, by the way. But we'll get over it. For every giant or human ally participating in battle, increase the hero's basic stats by 10%. The hero is given the additional race of giant. Is affected by giant unique passives and abilities, and heals giant allies that have taken damage during the enemy's turn for 10% of their max HP. At the start of the ally's turn, that's just part of it, I'm an idiot when I read. Next part is when the hero attacks an enemy, every buff applied on the enemy increases the hero's damage dealt by 30%. When an ally with an attribute advantage uses a skill to attack the enemy, that ally's attack-related stats are increased by 20%. So, what this bit means here is this is also based on your allies, so it says when an ally, so all of your allies get 20% attack-related stats when they hit an enemy that is, for example, LR Escanor hitting Demon King, sorry, not Demon King, Estarossa, Vessel Estarossa, you're going to be getting the extra damage, which is really what you want. It is very good, but I do believe the only problem with attribute advantage is Dark and Light characters, which are probably the most meta and are going to be the most common festival types from now on. I do believe that they could have made it passive a little better by saying attribute advantage or dark, as well as Dark and Light characters. So it means that they immediately do more damage to Dark and Light characters to make it sort of a little bit fair, because Dark and Light characters do get 10% damage reduction, just flat out. So I do think that that would have been a better way to do it, but it's not too bad. The basic stat bit is okay. You're only going to get 30% basic stats. If you do mix that with a basic stat booster or a HP booster, you will have a lot of HP, which is kind of good. Onto his relics. His relic is when a human or giant ally uses a single target skill, it ignores 30% of the enemy's crit resistance, which is insane. He is like having Death Pierce in the back, but you don't have to have Death Pierce in the back. But of course, it only works for humans and giants. But you don't have to have Death Pierce in the back for humans. You've literally just got Eren up front. He's a DPS. Well, he's a wannabe DPS, and he enables your allies to ignore 30% crit resistance, and gives your allies, if they have type attribute advantage, 20% attack-related stats, which is absolutely absurd. It's a lot. You know, they're getting minus 30, you're getting plus 20. It's a lot. Onto his gear, I've given him attack crit dam because he is a wannabe DPS. If he doesn't have attack crit dam, he doesn't really perform the best, mainly because he just wants to dish out damage. He doesn't want to tank, he's not a support character, he's a DPS. Yes, he does have a lot of support in his passive, and he's kind of got an identity crisis with his passive, because he doesn't really know if he wants to be a DPS or a support. He is like a wannabe DPS that has a lot of supporting factors to it, which is very good, but I think it definitely could have been executed much, much better. But of course, attack rate damage is definitely the way to go for Eren. I said I wasn't going to make him a set, but I thought I might as well, because he isn't that bad. And I do see maybe in the future with a human or a giant festival, he may perform very well with them, which is kind of what you would want to see. Onto his outfit. So of course, as of recording this video, I am unable to obtain this outfit because of I haven't got far enough in the bingo drawer, and the same with this cosmetic. But apart from that, these two are purchasable with diamonds. They do have very good substats. So of course, if you want to get them, and you're a fan of Eren, or you just want to get it for the sake of having all the outfits so you're able to use the character, go for it. It's worth it if you want to use them. Because, well, yeah, you might as well. They're not that expensive. If you do spend money on the game, they're not that expensive in comparison to summoning for characters, which can cost a lot more. But of course, it's up to you guys to decide whether you want the outfits. His CZ isn't that bad. It's definitely not as good as Roxy from Jobless Reincarnated or Ghislaine, of course, because I don't have all the outfits and I don't have HP defense. But I do know that he is the 6th highest CC character in the game with perfect HP defense, all cosmetics, all of that, 6/6. He is the 6th highest CC character in the game, which is really insane. It's kind of makes you want to summon for it because his substats are very good. It's just he has a sort of identity crisis with his passive. Apart from that, he's a good character, and I would highly recommend leveling him up if you do have him, because he, you know, never know, he may actually be used in the future for some sort of boss or an event, or even the meta, if it gets a very heavy change to murdering Demon King immediately. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.